What is up, and welcome to another full day of eating, my friends. Today's full day eating is a little bit different. I'm actually really excited to bring you guys this full day eating because this is exactly what I would eat on a regular day. Usually on full day eatings, I try to introduce new recipes. I try to push myself as well as show you guys new meals that you can try. But as a person who's trying to gain muscle, it's easy to keep things simple and just continue eating on a routine. That way you make sure that you already know what you're gonna do. You don't have to think about new things all the time. You don't have to like track and stuff because you just go for the same meals over and over. So I'm excited to show you guys what I eat on a regular day when I'm not trying to, come up with any new recipes and I'm just eating to gain muscle as a vegan. Now in the morning, I always have a big ass smoothie so I can get a ton of carbs in without having a lot of fiber to like stop my stomach from digesting it quickly. That way I can have calories that are ready for my workout like really quickly. Also drink like I'd say about half a gallon before I get to the gym. And also I wanted to show you guys this because I am using turmeric and curcumin, as well as I want to show you guys my B12 that I supplement with, but I am using turmeric and curcumin because this is a great anti-inflammatory. The company that makes this is SBR Nutrition. They're available on Amazon, on jet.com, on walmart.com, as well as sbrnutrition.com. They ship international anywhere in the world. And I want to tell you guys about this because I used to use ibuprofen before my chest days and sometimes before my back days, just because, as you guys know, I have some in shoulder impingements, and whenever they get inflamed, that's when they're hurting more. So when you can cause them to be less inflamed, it's a really good thing. But obviously ibuprofen is terrible for you. So I'm excited because I've been using this turmeric and curcumin and it is so good. It's like literally just as effective, if not more effective, than ibuprofen. And the fact that it is in liquid form is really important. I don't know if you guys have like read about liquid availability for vitamins and different things that you're trying to absorb. But when things are in liquid form versus like a dry powder form, like if you're just taking dry powdered turmeric, liquid form is a lot more absorbable. Definitely think that you guys should try turmeric liquid if you are having trouble with inflaming, whatever it is. And for me, it's shoulders. Some people have elbow or hand joint type things, but yeah, check it out. I think it's really good. And then you've also asked me where I get my B12 from. This is where I get my B12 from. I also get it in liquid form because there is pill form, which I'll do if I'm like in a pinch, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I have to take it with me like on a flight or something like that. But otherwise, liquid B12 has a way higher absorption rate, so I use that as well. So check them out if you guys are interested. SBR Nutrition, I'll put a link to the Amazon store in my description below, and I really hope you guys like it. A lot of you guys have seen this before, but if you're just passing through the channel for the first time, a smoothie is a really good way to start your day because you can drink your calories and get a lot in really quick. So I've been upping the amount of bananas I'm using. This is somewhere around 3, maybe 3.5 of them. A little tablespoon of cacao nibs, like chocolate chips at the bottom. I've got some mixed fruit here, about a cup of mixed fruit. I've got a bunch of spinach, and then I have a scoop of Viva Life protein, which, by the way, they are back in stock. This is the salted maca caramel one, which is pretty freaking awesome. And then we're gonna use probably about 2.5 cups of almond milk. That's why they say Order 66. Order 66 is a phrase from Star Wars.
Right, I know.
Like when the Sith Lord goes, "Orders, execute Order 66." And that's when they kill all the Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is a dope scene. They just start killing Jedi.
Execute Order 66.
All right, so I'm in a little bit of a hurry. I just got back from the gym. I have about 5 minutes before I have to leave for physical therapy. And in cases like this where I'm in a big hurry, it helps to be able to drink some juice. So right now I have some chia seeds instead of some orange juice that I left soaking in the fridge overnight, and then I put a little bit of water in there. The water is why it's a little bit, you can see like a little bit of a dissipation right there. But chia seeds are awesome. They give you some good fats and also some pretty good damn protein. Usually I wouldn't put water in there, but I was just trying to add more juice to there because we're running out. But we just fresh orange juiced these oranges. So on a day where I'm not in a rush, I probably wouldn't be having juice, but on a day where I am in a rush, just trying to get calories in so that I'm not like 2 hours without eating after my workout, just because it's gonna kill my stomach. I'm gonna feel terrible. I'm gonna be hangry and moody. So I'm just chugging this really quick. But then the next meal I'll show you is exactly what I eat almost every single day. At the moment, every single day after my workouts. This is such a good way to get really good calories in, but it also tastes freaking amazing. So after you have a minced onion and like 6 cloves of garlics that are also minced up, like cooked down a little bit so it's a little brown like this, throw half of a bag of some mixed frozen vegetables, and it just makes life so much easier. Little corn, peas, and carrots. If you can find other ones that have a little bit like better vegetables, I would call them, like green beans or like little baby corn, or maybe like some dark greens like mustard greens, things like that. That also works really well. Sometimes I'll do a little bit more than this, but I just have half a bag right now. Probably like 5 or 6 sliced up mushrooms in here. And we're just gonna let this cook down for a couple minutes until the vegetables are thawed out a little bit and everything else is a little bit more cooked. This is like my favorite recipe because it's so dang simple. Literally requires no cooking skill at all. I've got myself a quarter block of tempeh that I've just sliced into little pieces like this. Tempeh is literally the same stuff that tofu is made out of. It's just fermented as well, but it has a really, really good texture to it. I like it a lot. I'm personally like such a huge fan of cilantro lately. I guess I've never really explored anything other than my regular stuff like chili powder and stuff like that, but I love cilantro mixed with this teriyaki sauce that we're gonna use. It's so freaking good. And then I'm gonna use probably, I would say, a little over half a cup of garbanzo beans in there as well. And then we're gonna finish it off with some quinoa. So I'm just gonna throw this in there real quick. Or what was it that Emerald used to say? Bam! I think that's what he said, right? Is it bam? Emerald, bam! So I've got normal quinoa with just a little bit of some red quinoa that you can see in there. And I'm just gonna plop out however much, whatever. Hope this doesn't fall on the ground. Oh, nice. Boom, just add that, smash it on down, mix it up, and that's literally all you have to do. Now we just gotta add the sauce, and we have a giant bowl of like the healthiest post-workout meal you could ever have. Tons of protein in there from the quinoa, as well as the tempeh adds in there and chickpea adds in there. If I had brown rice, I would add that in. I would do like a mix of quinoa and brown rice. But I just have quinoa prepared. Here's the teriyaki sauce I like to use. Is very, very teriyaki, less sodium. And I like to use probably about a tablespoon or 2, which brings us to maybe like 400 to 650 milligrams of sodium added. It's really up to you. You can add more or less. Final product, I have put this in a mixing bowl because a normal bowl is way too small. I also topped it with a little bit of some sesame seeds because it looks good. But hey, this is actually just slightly smaller than usual because I would usually use more mixed vegetables, and I would also use brown rice, so bring it up in volume. But it's okay because we are going to either eat more of this or we're going to eat more potatoes later. So this is my second meal. This is my post-workout meal usually for every single day. It's a giant freaking artichoke. Jeez. So huge. I have just taken an entire block of tofu, cut it in half, and then cut it into 3 little layers, and then cut those into squares. I put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about an hour and a half, and it gets them kind of nice and golden like this, which is awesome. And then I've got potatoes in there as well. And then all it needs is just a little, maybe not.
Is it not open? That's funny.
No testosterone boosting ketchup for me. Oh, dude, the chickens are doing the jumpy thing.
Oh, those peaches.
I love it.
Friggin' peaches.
What if they move when it come out? So these little ladies, they love their food and they're scavengers. And we have, are those peaches? Yep. So we have peaches growing and they're just starting. And hold on. Hey, ladies. Ladies. Since these ones are kind of hanging low, they'll come here and then they'll jump up and grab them. So you can see like there's some peck marks. See? Huh, ladies? Huh? You love these? But it's really funny to watch them hop. Like, I've never seen a chicken hop until we had these fruits available for them. Have fun with that one, guys. Don't eat all the peaches. Leave me some. The weather is super nice. Make sure you go outside today. I'm telling you, watch that sunset, watch that sunrise. Speaking of which, I need to be out in the sun a little bit. After I eat this meal, we're gonna go on a little bit of a walk, I think. I need to get out in the sun a bit. This is meal 3, and we've got tons and tons and tons of potatoes, just because it's really easy and it's also very cheap carb. Whenever people say like, veganism so expensive, I'm always like, eating food that is expensive, regardless whether you're vegan or not, is expensive. And eating cheap food is cheap. So potatoes are cheap, rice is cheap, beans are cheap. And so then we got a whole block of tofu for the protein. It's like 35 grams of protein. And then of course we got the testosterone boosting ketchup.
She give it to me so fresh. She give it to me so new. She drop it on me like honey. She drop it on me like She give it to me so fresh. She give it to me so new, yeah, yeah. Drop it on me like honey. She drop it on me like She give it to me so fresh. She give it to me so new, yeah, yeah. Drop it on me like honey. Drop it on me like
We just went for that walk, and then I felt like pulling the drone out because it's so freaking beautiful outside. You guys probably just saw some of that drone footage, so hope you enjoyed that. And our artichokes have been in the oven for like maybe 2 hours at 300. We usually cook our artichokes at 400 degrees for like an hour 15 minutes. So it's gonna be, I'm sure, really tasty and tender. So we are doing some pasta, and pasta is a really good choice because you get a ton of carbs in and you get some protein in. So Sammy's filling it up with the filtered hot water, which is convenient because then it's boiling like literally as soon as she puts it on there. So what I've got, literally what I'll do is I'll buy some sort of like a protein pasta. So this one is chickpea, their Bonza, I guess is what the company's called. It's rotini made from chickpeas, and the macros on it are really awesome. Per serving is 190 calories, 14 grams of protein. So we're gonna use like maybe a little over 2 servings of this. So it has about 32 grams of protein. Plus, then we're gonna fill the rest of it with these medium shells just for some extra carbohydrates. And then that in combination is gonna be like a ton of extra calories. Probably, we're probably gonna make like 1,000 calorie, a little bit more batch of it. And then I'll probably eat 600 calories. She'll probably eat 400, maybe a little bit more for me, a little bit less for her, something like that. And then we're also gonna have everything we have in the oven. Juicy, juicy, juicy. So we got the pasta right here. Of course, we always top it with a little bit of some nutritional yeast. You guys already know, cheesy flavor, kind of like Parmesan. Add some protein, B12 in there. I might have a little bit of something else after this because I need maybe a little bit more calories, and then probably do some chips and salsa. I got broccoli, green beans right here. We've been snacking on them, so there was more before this. And then giant artichoke. We've been waiting to do some artichoke. We haven't done artichoke in a little bit, and we finally got some. So this is a huge artichoke. Like, I don't know how they grow this big, but yep. This is our fourth meal. This is gonna be the last big meal of the night, and then I might just have one more snack type of thing. And we're also in here in my makeshift photo shoot area. Recipe book coming out May 20th.
That's right.
What are you drawing over here?
This is a dog. This is a flower. This is an elephant. Smiley face, you know, hearts. It's Alicia's room, so I said we love you, Alicia.
Nice.
Shout out.
Time to eat. Go grab the food. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I've had a super busy weekend editing for my main channel, my second channel, my podcast. All this is in the description if you want to check it out. And for a friend of mine, JJ Wheezy, as well as going to Native Foods. They have a menu testing that they invited us to, which was really fun. So I wanted to show you guys what I eat on a regular day, and I also wanted to break out that drone, which I haven't done in a long time. So that was really fun. Whenever you guys see something that you like on the channel or something that you want to see more of, if you have any suggestions, drop them down in the comments below. It really helps me out, and I'm all ears for it. So I really appreciate that. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker. Team Beyond the Week. CT. Lift heavy or die MIRIN.